Here's the Fortunate Tramp, Chapter 31, Time for Bed, episode, chapter. Before he knew it, it was time to go to bed. Polly had ironed his shirt and everything was in place for another day at the office. He kissed Polly goodbye and set off. Once again, he saw the same people on the bus and the birds were whistling the same old tunes. When he got to work, everyone was friendly as usual, but the papers seemed to be piled even higher. He stifled a yawn and got to work. He was so engrossed he didn't notice the time passing. The phone was ringing off the hook, and each time he put the phone down, the papers piled higher still. It would have been comical if it wasn't for stressful. But through it all, he kept his cool. He never lost his temper at work and prided himself on his professionalism. He went for lunch with his colleagues, and he was relieved to be out in the sunshine. His shirt was matted in sweat. Although the work was hard, he was enjoying it. And he had already contacted a few potential buyers. They were amazed and amused to see him tucking into salad after so many years gorging on steak and chips, and they commented on his weight loss. It was impressive. He told them all about his new health regime and his girlfriend Polly. They were all pleased for him, and it felt great to be with such supportive people. They talked about business, and he mentioned all the potential leads he had made, and they clinked glasses. Then he was back at work, answering the phone and going through files after file. The mountain of letters never seemed to decrease, and his mind began to wonder. He began to wish he'd brought his harmonica in his suit pocket. He imagined the looks on their faces when he took it down and blasted a tune into their ears. He'd been practicing in the quiet of the park, and he'd learnt a few tunes. That will definitely wake them up, he thought with a chuckle. He didn't tell anyone at work about his new hobby. He wasn't sure what they'd say, but he didn't care. He'd realized there was more to life than work. It was time to stop and smell the roses. He felt like a changed man, but still he felt the need to prove himself. His old life was still holding on to him like a ghost. The phone kept ringing, and every time he answered, he'd look round to see more envelopes piling up like soldiers. Bloody hell, he thought, I'm never going to finish. He decided to work late and texted Polly as he didn't want to worry her. He had a pounding headache, his shirt was dripping with sweat, and he loosened his tie. Soon it was 6 p.m. and everyone had gone home. He opened the last letter, but he could hardly read it. All the words were weaving about, and he was so tired he could not concentrate.